Hey everyone, me Kevin here. The EIDL has sent out targeted emails this morning, so be on the lookout if you're eligible. The title looks like an invitation to submit COVID-19 targeted EIDL advanced application. They recommend that you have your 2019 tax return ready to go, apply, and you should get your money within 21 days. I would not wait on that. If you got an email, go apply. But just make sure that you're replying to the official email, disaster customer service at sba.gov, or somebody at sba.gov email address. It's kind of like in the comments section lately, there are so many spam bots that are like, oh, hit up my broker for some new way to make money and text me or WhatsApp me. It's a scam. If there's no check mark, if it's not an official email, you got to be very, very careful. And these spam bots are everywhere these days. It's so sad to see people taking advantage of others, especially during a pandemic. It's disgusting. On the note of the $1,400 stimulus checks, Joe Biden held another meeting this morning with Chuck Schumer and other Democrats. A small pat on the back here for Kevin, because we predicted together yesterday that Biden would maintain his promise to deliver $1,400 checks, and that is exactly what he said. He said today that he will not go for the $1,000 checks, but instead is open to changing the targets for those checks. He didn't say what kinds of targets he'd be open to. We did hear that Republicans are demanding targets that if you make more than $50,000 or you make more than $100,000 as a couple, that you be excluded from receiving any stimulus check. Biden has not weighed in on those targets, but he has made clear that the smaller $1,000 figure is not going to happen. He wants to deliver on his promise and deliver the full $1,400, so that way with the $600 that has already been sent out, it totals to $2,000. Still don't have clarity though on whether or not adult dependents are going to be able to get that retroactive $600. And so far, this is just talk, right? We've got a lot of complaints going on, so we can only really give them credit if they actually do something. Talk is cheap. And, well, speaking of talk, there's plenty of this going on. And this one, okay, I'm going to give the citation here. I know a lot of people do not like this publication, but I'm saying this just to kind of set the temper here. The New York Post is complaining that this $1.9 trillion relief package isn't about the pandemic. It's about the left's agenda to send money to blue states, black colleges, minority-owned businesses, and money to schools, even if they remain closed. Republican Representative Chip Roy was pretty pissed today even. He says, this resolution is a scam. This place has changed, he says. When are we going to turn this back into the people's house, he said. And he called the current bill a pre-packaged bill done in a smoke-filled room. And other Republicans are complaining, saying, look, a 50-50 split is the definition of a mandate by the country that we want a moderate bill, not the left jamming something down our throats. This is what Republicans are saying, which, by the way, it's interesting to note that we've only had a 50-50 split 3 times before. 1881, 1953, 2001. That's it. Now, Democrats counter this, obviously, and say, no, look, our plan includes a way and a path for schools to open. It includes money for red states as well. It's not $350 billion for blue states. It's $350 billion for all American state and local governments. It also provides money to other schools and colleges and other small businesses, not just minority businesses or black colleges. It provides money to everything. And of course, you get counter arguments from people like McConnell that say, well, it just seems like the Democrats are, quote, desperate to make their first act in power something kind of massively partisan, poorly targeted, and a spending spree that permanently wounded the Democratic presidency the last time. He's referring to Obama's stimulus plan, and Obama was never able to get a second round of stimulus after the Great Recession. Now, others say that Biden, we got to be real here and challenge Biden. Biden's already broken his promise. He suggested that he would be open to a $600 per week unemployment boost once his stimulus plan passes. He's only targeting $400 a week, and Republicans are pushing back saying, no, even $400 is too high. Senator Coons and Senator Tom Harper said, don't worry, though. President Biden is not going to forget the middle class, and he's going to get this done. Now, at the same time, the Federal Reserve is reporting that 88% of small businesses are behind pre-pandemic levels. The House is expected to vote on the budget resolution today at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. So by 6 p.m. Eastern Time, you might start seeing some headlines that say things like, bill passed, stimulus budget bill passed. Be careful with this. I want to temper expectations here. That means we're going to see a lot of potential clickbait here. But the point is that what's happening today is a vote to consider the next bill. It's like, yeah, let's get started on writing the $1.9 trillion bill. It's not the actual bill. So it's really more procedural than anything else. Just like recess is procedural for Congress. Anyway, Biden, regarding the stimulus plan, said, quote, I think we'll get some Republicans to vote along this plan. He's optimistic. We also have Janet Yellen tomorrow, that's Thursday, who will be holding a meeting with the heads of the SEC, the Fed, and the Commodity Future Trading Commission to discuss market manipulation regarding GameStop. And additionally, the organizing resolutions between Schumer and McConnell, the rules, will finally get passed today. According to the Senate at least, so we'll see if that actually happens. This will allow committees to start working, which will be an important step because if the House passes this bill saying, let's start working, well, the Senate needs to get their organizing resolution done and the resolution confirmed so they can start working or the process of working again. Also, bottom line, we're still targeting the end of March here. Nothing's changing. And even if we get a bill passed at the end of March, we'll be lucky to see this stimulus check, in my opinion, before tax day of April 15th. Now, keep in mind, this bill is, in my opinion, and we don't know this because we don't know if it's going to be an amendment or it's going to be a new stimulus check bill. If it's an amendment, it might apply to your 2020 tax return, right? It would apply to your 2020 tax return, be based off your 2019. But if this bill ends up being written that it's going to be a tax credit on your 2021 tax return, since we are doing this here in 2021, then that means this next stimulus package would really have no bearing on your current tax returns. You'd almost really want to get those filed, unless, of course, your income's gone up substantially. So, some people are saying, it might be right there at the teeter. I'm going to wait a little bit. I get that. Wanted to add a little bit more clarity there. We'll see what happens. Anyway, and with this new targeting of the stimulus check, I think it makes even more sense to consider that option of, okay, do we wait? Because originally I was thinking, it doesn't matter because we were going to have the same targets, but now that might change a little bit. So stay tuned, obviously, to this news, and that's the update we have for now. So in the meantime, get yourself $30 with M1 Finance, deposit $100 with M1 Finance, and you will get $30 deposited into your account totally for free. The link is metkevin.com/M1, or you can find it down below. Thank you so much for watching, and folks, we'll see you in the next one.